What is going on, everybody, in the Epiko Regal world? That's right, it's your boy, Kid Roller, back for another little bitty update video. Not a lot has been going on in the Epiko Regal world, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. And I want to kind of give my thoughts and opinions on what the team should be doing that I feel. And I would love to hear your feedback on if you think this is a good idea or a bad idea. But before we do, I want to go ahead and play this video here from Twitter that they posted back in January and kind of go over it and give my thoughts and opinions on it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So here's where you can kind of see their Epiko verse, a little bit of a glimpse into it, and the battle begins. Now, I am kind of excited for this and how it looks and what you can do, where it can go in the future. The Epiko verse is going to be pretty solid, I feel like, for the most part. There's going to be a lot of things from what little bit of teasers they've showed. It's really going to set this thing apart from a lot of other games. It kind of has that Mario 64 feel. It's going to be awesome to be able to battle and go against other kingdoms, allegedly. I'm not really sure. They've shown nothing but teasers at this point. Not a lot of clarification on where that is going, but I can see it being a very big part of the ecosystem. And I see a lot of fun and excitement coming with that. But, however, I would love to be able to get some kind of beta access just to run around. I know they're real early stages of it. I know there's a lot of improvements and stuff. But I would love to run around as one of the, Angads, David Yu, Jim Vantas running around the Epiko verse. And we know they're going to be bringing an RPG element into the game as well, where you can craft and mine, harvest, and all that good stuff as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to the RPG aspect of it because I've always been a big MMO player, so hopefully they go kind of that route. And this is kind of a video glimpse. This is super early stages. The last video they showed, there was a little bit more detail in the trees and everything that's going on, so this is a pretty early version, I feel, for the Epiko verse. But you're seeing all the characters running around, and this is a 3D look of a town hall, I guess, where you collect these. I'm pretty sure they're going to make it to where if you own the NFTs, you'll be able to place these down and they'll pop up and appear in your little kingdom here, which is pretty awesome. If you look, that fire is pretty realistic looking. I'm definitely enjoying that. And here is their Epiko Valley board game they're going to be coming out with. There hasn't been too much, just a few sneak peeks. Here's a little glimpse of the box. But if you look on their Twitter, you can see kind of the board game, some of the pieces. They even gave out some of the cards to some of the community, kind of showing you a little glimpse of what's going on. Also, here's the figures that they're going to be making and selling, I'm sure, at some point. They probably are around about 8 inches there, 6 to 8 inches figures. Pretty awesome looking. Here's where they're going through kind of their Twitter space and everything that's been going on. I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. This is kind of where old Burnt Turn Slick was playing Epiko Regal in the middle of a concert he was at. So I don't know what was going on at the concert. He didn't, but that dude is just addicted to the game. So he is sitting there grinding away at a concert. This is a couple highlights of their Twitter page that they had. Campaigns 50. And we have here NFT prize pools 100 and downloads 40,000. So the game's moving forward. Community members 3,000. So I'm guessing that's more on the Discord page. Epiko partners, we've got Kaliscope, Akomi, which is the leading champion, House of Games, Indie GG, Belp Gaming, and I'm sorry I missed those other ones. 8 million Omi collected and counting, and a lot of that goes towards the tournaments they have, and they distribute that for the community and back into the Epiko.market. Also, the Epiko.market, you can get their NFTs on there and buy their native token, the Epiko token, as well through there. Now, this is kind of a little breakdown of what's going on with the revenue distribution, reconciliation. And this is a lot of awards and stuff that they've gotten recently. So pretty much since the first of the year, they haven't had a lot of updates or anything that's been going on. And that's kind of why I wanted to make this video right here, because there's not a lot of news lately, and we really need to hear some stuff about the game, at least give us some sneak peeks. I know you guys got a lot going on, and there's a lot of building going on as well, but at the end of the day, guys, come on. You can get on Twitter, post a little something. I would love to see some sneak peeks of, the team working on the game, kind of their computers in the background, see some faces to the names, since we've been seeing a lot of them. We don't really know what they look like, and that would be kind of cool to see the team at work. Worst case, they're at their desk building the game, kind of getting that sneak peek of what they're working on, and maybe some little Easter eggs in there as well. I think that would go a long way with the community. Here's where Venkatesh is thrilled to partner with ITH Hybrid Bad for one of the kind workshop with Venkatesh, where Gen Z students will discover the power of open sourcing AI, ML, blockchain, AR, VR, and more, and get inspired to unleash their own creative innovation. So we know Venkatesh is working hard behind the scenes to come out with all kinds of crazy stuff. Here's where they were saying happy holla, and just giving a big shout out to that. Also, they created a page in the Epiko world. So that is another side chain that they're working on, apparently, and it'll be interesting to see where that goes. Here's where somebody finally beat blah blah blah, Mr. Steve Kelk. So he's super excited to beat the rank number 3 in the world. She is beating me about 15-1, but it's a start. So they finally got the big W against blah blah blah. So congratulations and shout out to you, brother. Keep up the great work. You keep grinding, and you will get there one day, and you will be able to take everybody home. Full show. So I want to kind of get into, making this video and talking about the game and where it's going and my vision that I would like to see it go to. And if you look here, this is my character, and I'm sitting at 10 million gold right now. So what does that mean? I can't do anything at this point because I've been playing for basically a year now, and I have all my cards to level 12 except for the Ultra Epics. Now, as long as I've been playing, you would think I would have at least one Ultra Epic to freaking 12, and I don't. So what does that mean? Well, if you notice, when you get these 1 hour Yentras, you pretty much get the same cards every time. You get your commons and all that good stuff. And then once you hit level 12, you get this gold, and that's how you can accumulate a lot of gold. So the more you play, the more you level up, the more you're going to be able to get your cards max, and then you can build up that gold from whenever those rare cards finally come. But I've got every card from common to epic to 12, and there's nothing I can do now because everything's maxed out. Now, on these 1 hours, I feel like there should be at least a small chance that you can land an ultra epic card, but it's not in the cards yet. Pretty much the only way you can get those is you go to the shop and you find them in the countdown timer cards where they can pop up. And that's kind of how I've leveled up most of mine for the most part. Or you can buy these Yentras in the shops for gems. Now you can buy gems, and that costs money. Or you can get mystery stones to get ultra epic cards as well. But there's no way to really get those cards any other way because they do not drop in any of the Yentras. So that's a problem I foresee. There should be at least a small chance. So I'd like to see that changed to where at least the 1 hours have at least a 0.5%, even 0.05%. The 4 hours have a 2% chance for ultra epic, and the 6 hours have maybe like a 10% chance because you don't get them that often. And I've been playing forever, and I still don't have a level 12. So I feel like that should be addressed sooner than later, because at this point I could see players losing interest because then it just becomes a play to win game. And at this time, most of the commons are the best cards in the game. So right now, none of these ultra epics, even at level 12, I probably still would not use. So I feel like they need to get a buff. I feel like we need to have a little bit more balance patches sooner than later. Right now, they're pretty non-existent. I know they're building and doing all kinds of stuff, but these are just, like I said, my thoughts of things I'd like to see to help move this game forward. Now, I'm kind of in the in-game field because I have everything level 12. I'm like in the top 20 players, even though I casually play just to get my chest queued up and then go throughout the day. I don't really pop gems anymore for those because there's absolutely no reason for me to be doing that. But I would love to see a utility for this gold once you get to this point in the game where you have so much of it, you can't level cards up. What do you do with it? Well, how cool would it be if you could buy NFTs or use this gold to accessorize your characters in the game where, Nakul runs around with spikes on his shoulder pads and you can change his helmet out to a different style that would be in the game when you're playing it. It doesn't give you an edge in the game, but it's more of a visual aspect. And I think that would be cool if you could change his sword out to maybe a samurai sword, a club, whatever, have an afterglow on it, and things like that. You could use this gold to upgrade your characters in that way and direction. I think that would be pretty awesome as well. Just thinking of ways for gold to be used. Maybe change the background here. You could buff this guy up. And you could even make it to where you could use gold to level up your king here, where you can be attacked when you're not in the game. And depending on the level of your king and what accessories he has, or you can use the gold to buff him up to defend. And you could have a leaderboard of defending, coming up with a kingdom that you could build. And you think about your kingdoms, like my kingdom is only 24/7. Absolutely love my team. These guys are rocking it. Tons of trophies here. If you look at the donations, like my guys are just absolutely champions. Nick Nack with 530 donated. Riley at 670 donated, which is just insane. Like that dude is on here all the time. Jay still at 191. I've got 291. So if you're in a kingdom and nobody's donating to you, come on over, get your 6,000 trophies and hop on in here. We will definitely get you leveled up to where you need to be in this game for sure. And all that good stuff. But I'd like to see it to where you could level up something in your kingdom to where you could get the walls. Think in game. That's the biggest thing, especially in like MMOs, is like in game level stuff. So you're in game, you got all your characters leveled up. What are you gonna do with your gold? What you could donate it to your kingdom, and then the leader and the second in commands could use that to upgrade walls. Could do something for whenever you get attacked, it would help defend. So you could set up like archer towers, cannons, things like that. Something to kind of give that extra utility for your gold in game. And that's, the only way you can get it is by popping chests, and you got to play the game. So that's something also that will keep the game people motivated to play the game and constantly be on there and not be going against the bots. So that's just a couple thoughts that I had that I'd like to see implemented into the game to really keep players coming on and move the game forward. Now, I know they're working on multiple things. But I like to see them fine tune this game a little bit more, spend a little bit more time on Epiko Regal itself, or get us some access to the Epiko verse. However, they've got a lot going on. I understand that, but we haven't had a lot of updates lately. They also haven't paid out the last tournament or heard more about tournaments, so I know they've got a lot going on, but we need to be a little bit more clear and clarify what's going on in the game, where we're going, what we're working on, and kind of keep us in the loop. A little bit of updates on Twitter. You know, it doesn't take long or much effort, I feel like, to say, hey guys, here's what's going on, here's what we're working on, we got a lot in the pipeline, and I'm excited to hear your feedback. And you don't have to show us much, just give us a little something to look at and all that good stuff. But I will kind of just wanted to go over a couple things. I would love to hear your thoughts, theories, and comments down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'm going to go ahead and play one game here, see if we can't catch somebody, or if not, we're going to play a bot and see if I get destroyed by the bot and all that good stuff. And I'll kind of ramble on here just a little bit because I miss talking to you guys, and it's been a long time, so I wanted to do some kind of video. I can't go to sleep right now because my mind is just racing with crypto and Whole and Epiko Regal, and I think it's time we have a meeting with Mr. Venkatesh himself and get a little bit of feedback from him. Maybe we can get some, make him slip up and say some stuff he ain't supposed to be telling us about, but I think that would be fun. So I'm going up against the bot here. It's a level 11 bot, so it's fairly simple. That's one thing that they did implement from the feedback, because if you was level 12, you only went against level 12 bots. But not everybody had level 12 cards, so they kind of tried to balance that just a little bit by downscaling some of the bots. So sometimes you will play against all level 12s, and sometimes it's all level 11s. And that's a pretty quick little run right there. And that's one way you can get a lot of gold, is once you get 12 and you're playing lots of bots right now, you're kind of setting yourself up right now for when this game really takes off. You know, having all those characters maxed out, because there's not many crypto mobile games out there, and this is one of them. And they've kind of got a head start. So I've kind of approached this game of just getting ahead of the curve, so whenever the next bull run comes and then Epiko Regal gets, you know, talked about, you'll be able to, you know, be ahead of everybody ultimately. And then when those prizes come out, you're level 12, you're experienced, because I know in that last tournament they brought in a lot of Indian influencers, and oh man, I wish old Burn Turn Slick could have played them in that tournament, because he would have rolled them all. I don't care how good they are. You could tell they were just playing the game because they got invited. But I would love to see old Slick play the number one person that won that. I don't remember who it was, but I did a video on it. And it would have been kind of fun to see the influencers versus the triple OGs of the game. And I feel like old Burn Turn Slick would have won that sucker. Faux show. Because that dude is devastation. He has finally taken a break from the game, because, well, he's been leaders for months and months and months. And he just adventured to all the other things, but he still plays. Still keep in touch with old Burn Turn Slick. He's interested in the game. He's just waiting for some updates. But anyway, there's a couple quick games right there, and that's how fast you can take on bots. Once you get level 12, you kind of just queue up on the right side and roll them. And usually it's, I would say, an average of a minute. I'll go ahead and do one more again right here just to get my chestesses filled up and all that good stuff. So be sure to say in the comments down below, what do you want to see in the game? What questions do you have for the team? I will discuss it in my next video, and I will ask them personally and get that answer for you and get back to you, because I know you all have questions. Last one of you. So Nicole right here can pretty much take out a tower on his own right here. He will, as long as they don't drop anything on that, he will take that tower down. That's also a play, but they did drop the monkey tower, and he's not going to be able to keep up. But, however, you can take this disc, just clip this tower right here. It's going to take out the monkey tower right here. Boom, and I'm going to drop Jimvanta. And he is going to roll down. I'm going to throw a monkey tree right here. And dadgummit, they drop Mega Nass, so that's going to slow that down. And he got ripped. So that kind of sucks. But anyway, game's lagging a little bit because I'm mirroring it to my computer. But yeah, I'm excited though. They've done a lot in the year since I've been playing compared to where this game was when I first started. So I'm definitely proud of the team. I mean, they've come a long way, especially when you see a lot of projects out there that have been nothing but scams, promised a bunch of stuff. At least they did deliver. This game is on the Play and Apple Store, so that is an accomplishment in itself. And they're building great things. I know they've got a great vision. I just wish they would fine-tune it in a little bit more than what they're doing. But I definitely want a taste of the Epiko verse. I want to see it. I want to play it. It looks so cool. And we're going to drop the level 12 stat for the win. Sorry for the little bit of monotone voice. Woman's asleep, so gotta be quiet. Anyway, that is that, and that is what I've got loaded up. That's my thoughts on Epiko Regal. So, yeah. Anyway, miss you guys. See you on Twitter. Keep in touch. All that good stuff. And until next time, we'll holler.